Welcome and thank you for joining me again as I walk around Dublin today. I'm going to go over to the south side of the city and take in a bit of Temple Bar, so stick with me. So we're looking on to O'Reilly Parade straight ahead there down towards Moore Street. We're just after coming from Moore Lane. Here we're looking down Moore Street towards Henry Street. You have some stalls, market stalls in front of you there. We're going to walk down that direction now in a second. So this is the other view then up towards Parnell Street. I have my back to Henry Street here. So we're just going to ramble now down towards the front of the ILAC, side entrance, Moore Street entrance of the ILAC shopping centre. There always seems to be a crowd hanging around the front doors of it here.
I'm talking to like really small kids.
To be honest, I've mixed emotions when I'm looking at these buildings here along Moore Street, because yes, they're still there, but they're in such bad condition. There's shops underneath now. It kind of spoils the history a little bit. The next lane you meet then as you walk down Moore Street is Henry Place, just over there. That'll bring you out onto Henry Street. Up ahead then you have Henry Street. Suppose if you need a phone fixed, along here is the place to go. FXB Butchers here, Moore Street. Very well known across Dublin and have a few good restaurants as well. Highly recommended. So we're just walking on to Henry Street. That's the end of Moore Street. Mightn't get this all in the one shot, but just up above there at the end of Henry Street, you have Capel Street, and that is the square. Let's try and get it into one shot. So that's the look back down Moore Street from Henry Street. Now let's have a ramble up Henry Street. Stick with me now. We're going to take you across to the south side of the city, down Capel Street, down onto the Liffey and across into Temple Bar. Stick with me and like, subscribe and share. It's free of charge. So now we're walking on to Mary Street. We're leaving Henry Street, walking on to Mary Street, and this shop. They've opened a few stores around Dublin recently. Kind of, in my opinion, kind of like Tiger. And we've Liffey Street down there. So, still on Mary Street. And there is the entrance to Jervis Street. That'd be the main entrance now. It used to be a hospital. And I have to say, quality architecture. Yeah, I like it though. Quality architecture. All right, continue on.
Before the meal.
No.
When you come to just past the Jervis Street shopping centre, you come to Jervis Street itself, which is a street that goes from Parnell Street at the very top and down towards then the quays, the North Quays, down that direction.
Sir, I'm leaving button.
Oh. Anyway, up towards Capel Street now. Plan on taking you down Capel Street towards the quays. Have a look at the Halfpenny Bridge, boardwalk. There's artwork for you. Not too sure about that, and I certainly wouldn't be following that arrow. This is another shop across the road there. It's gone around years. Used to buy martial arts equipment from it. There's a look down Mary Street towards Henry Street from Capel Street. And there's the martial arts store. There's actually a store over here. Army bargains. Yeah. Over there. Try it out.
Seems like it's furry. Hello, for him.
How are you?
Still hot today. Look at your fucking dress.
There's the Lewis tracks up towards Abbey Street. And that goes on to Capel Street.
We're gonna have one soup. Oh,
Let's continue down Capel Street towards the quays.
yeah. It's just.
Oh. Let's keep going. I believe the Pride Parade is coming up this weekend. 27th of June in Dublin, I think. Could be wrong.
Yeah, but green spent had no consistency. I say, like, I went to hop on that.
Anti-bar on our left there. Green man says go.
I've never heard you.
Like the action. I mean, should just.
So we're on the north side of the quays here, and we're going to look up towards, that's Capel Street, where we've come from. Over here in the distance, you've Dublin Civic offices over there. I'd normally give you a walk down the boardwalk for a look, but men at work. It's closed today. Yeah, let's go up this way towards Parliament Street. Bring us onto Dame Street, City Hall, left onto Dame Street, down towards Temple Bar. We'll have a look in Temple Bar and cross over to the Halfpenny Bridge, Liffey Street, back towards Henry Street or O'Connell Street, back to where I've parked. Right. Stick with us now if you've got this far in the video. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to see in Dublin, and I'll pay it a visit. Down in the distance there we have a nice view of the Halfpenny Bridge. That was the only pedestrian bridge in Dublin to get you from one side of the Liffey to the other for years. Centuries, I think. Just about to head across the quays here. Traffic is quite heavy. Over there you've got Parliament Street. Now we've little green man.
I don't think about these things.
Turk's Heads. I suppose.
Yeah.
See, once you come across this side of the city, everything is more expensive.
Where's me?
So we're over the bridge now, top of Parliament Street. Oh! I don't know if you can see that. There's a wedding going on. So you can hire out City Hall for private weddings. That is class. I hope you got that on the video there. I'll try and enhance it when I'm editing it. Road closed.
Yo decía a Nico porque lo menos que quería hacer era filmar un trade de feo en la house.
Like the roads that are about, like, it's nice, it's fine, it's not wrong with what I'm sucking pretty yeah.
So now we're on Dame Street and we're walking kind of parallel to Temple Bar, which would be on our left. Over to our right would be Georgia Street, towards Stephen's Green, Grafton Street.
So I was like, and they were saying, well,
Just give you an idea where we are. Straight ahead then we have Trinity College.
so nice, so I was like,
That's at the end of Dame Street.
like I trusted his work. I was like, yeah.
Just give you a shot here of the Olympia Theatre.
Only one reason why I would want to hash it out.
We can like, just like me.
Over there, that street over there is Georgia Street. George's Arcade's up there. The George Bar is over there. And we'll continue on down towards Temple Bar along Dame Street here. Bustling South Inner City. So down to our left we've got Temple Bar. The main Temple Bar square area. Central Bank Plaza. Just to our left now. Kind of transformed into a hub of restaurants and other quirky stuff. My God, it's warm walking around here today. I'm gonna have to get a drink. On the far side of me here, we've got Dave's Hot Chicken. No idea what it's like. This is the World of Illusion. It's a new to be honest, I'm not going to waffle. I don't know much about it, to be honest. You can look it up. World of Illusion. I think it's a visual experience of some sort. Ulysses and James Joyce fans. There's a nice bit of art for you. On the side of a building here, Capel Street. Temple Bar. Walking on to Crown Alley now. And that's the Badass Cafe. Nice music, food, drinks. A market sort of square here. Love Temple Bar. And it's by Dublin City Council. Organised by Dublin City Council. Let's have a quick look at a couple of the stalls along here. So obviously you have a bit of artwork there. Very unique. Horseshoes. A lot of jewellery. Soft toys.
Nice car show.
Oh, yeah.
I love the hungry basket.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do what I like.
Yeah.
Who's good?
Patches.
They hang around for clothes.
Check out all them patches.
First paper ever made.
Did you guys fight?
The Keys Bar. The Temple Bar. A lot of people probably walk by this little place because they aim straight for the Temple Bar, but that's a whiskey and cigar shop for people who like cigars and whiskey. Now it is pricey, but that's what you're gonna get on this side of Dublin City. I'll have a little peep in, I suppose. I'm sure you can tell that it's absolutely wedged in here. Serious amount of police badges and memorabilia on the wall there. Too warm in there, too busy in there, and You're gonna pay quite the price for a drink in there. But you are paying for the experience, the entertainment, I suppose, and the atmosphere, I suppose. Right, let's move on. So we're gonna head towards Merchants Arch, back up this way. Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline, 20 to 3 in the afternoon in Dublin's South Inner City.
People played the harp in very high status in society. Everyone laughed at their jokes and bought their drinks, etc. But it was actually a King of England who actually made the harp the legal symbol of Ireland, Henry VIII. And over time, it did become a national symbol. And the only reason why it's not on our flag is the flag is this way. Someone else story. It's
So turned on now to Merchants Arch. Seriously nice smell of food out of that South American restaurant. Merchants Arch. Restaurants.
We have like a million silly people there. Right.
Moving on. Now, Halfpenny Bridge.
Oh, that's me.
Apologies for the noise of the wind across this section of the video where we're crossing the Halfpenny Bridge. The wind comes right up the Liffey there and just plays havoc with the mic. Welcome back to the north side of Dublin. Just crossed back over the Liffey. The gelato in this place, Cloud 9, is actually quite nice. And you have the woolen mills just on the left there. North lots. Personally, wouldn't be for me. Leads you up towards O'Connell Street up that way. Bring you out beside Supermax. Now, turning on to Abbey Street. Let's have a look down here and bring us on to O'Connell Street. There's the backside of Arnott's.
Okay, did you repeat me? I don't think it's.
This is Bachelors Way. As I said, I don't think I'd recommend walking down here. Just stick to the quays and maybe Abbey Street. This will bring you up to the quays, and if you turn right there, that'll bring you towards Liffey Street. To be fair, she's the first person I've seen begging aggressively today. And that girl, there's that girl that's going in to buy her food. Let's continue towards the GPO. Now, I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason why that van just cut across the taxi like that. A bit ropey.
What's wrong with the portrait? Yeah, look here, look it. It's naughty. Look with the portrait on. Brilliant, lovely.
Famous portal. Seems to be connected. Where is it connected to? Poland. Very good.
James Joyce.
Jerry Lee. So from Capel Street we walked, just turned right onto Capel Street. The building straight in front of me here is the Gresham Hotel. Very famous. And if you're wondering what people are doing reaching into the bins around Dublin, you might have seen them in a couple of clips. In Dublin we have deposit return scheme where you pay 15 cents extra on top of your drink, your can or plastic bottle. I think plastic bottles might be a little bit more. And then when you return them, you get your 15 cents back. Now, a lot of people obviously don't bother returning them and just bin them. So people will pick through the bins and try and retrieve them and make a few quid that way. Another unfortunate person living in a tent. Now we've just turned from Sean McDermott Street left onto Cumberland Street North. So, back to Parnell Street. I think we're gonna walk up there, Hill Street. Lively part of the city here. Plenty of Chinese food if that's what you're into.
Oh, pensei que eu nunca ia usar esse short com camiseta.
Just on Hill Street. And as you're coming on from Parnell Street, you see this on the right hand side. And just over that wall is the children's playground. Footpath closing on this side. Let's get across.
मंदिर टाइप होता है जैसे आपका मंदिर है आपका
Grenville Street. Back towards my car. Or a flat complex just over on that side. Gardner Street, Mountjoy Square, Mountjoy Square Park. A lot of people just chilling out today. Playground seems busy. I don't think I'll go in there. Let's go back to the car. Right, that's me done for today's walk around Dublin City. It's a city that always gives you a mix of history, character, and a bit of crack on every other corner. I'll leave it there for now, and I'll be back again soon. Like, subscribe, and share. If you're on the mobile app, try hype this video. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again.